rights issues. And I've heard a lot of the opposition tonight, and it seems to be fear-based. Here we have had a law since 1996 on the books, and it just seems like we need more education. And that education has already been established with the San Francisco Police Department via public relations and community outreach. We're imploring the San Francisco Police Department to help us educate on data that's already existing regarding the safety, increase or decrease of crime within the community. We've reached out to Chief Gascon after the Sunset Recreation meeting in reference to the validity of medical cannabis and to discuss issues in reference to what's happening and what we plan to do in the Sunset, because we want to be an instrument for safe access for patients here in the Sunset. We're not talking about anything illegal. We are complying with all laws within 215, 420, SB 420, and no child will ever be allowed within our dispensary. You have to be 21 and over. In fact, we have changed the law, our law, whereas you cannot be 18 and come in. You have to be 21 or be accompanied by someone over 21. So I asked the commission to please ask Chief Gascon and Captain Schmidt, who we've implored many times for a meeting to help us educate this community, the Sunset, that 70,000 people need safe access to their medicine, to please ask the police department to open dialogue with us and the rest of the community. Thank you very much.
My name is Gilbert. I'm a Native American. I'm also a disabled veteran. There's great myths and fears that are being propagated tonight that are not accurate. We didn't come here to endorse or advocate for illegal growth. We don't advocate for guns or arms. We're advocating for medical cannabis, the legal thing. Okay, so bringing stuff up here and showing us all these illegal growths, we're not for that. So why are you bothered bringing that up here? Just to scare everybody into deception? No. I'm a Native American. I was in the service. I went through a lot of problems in there because of my culture. Okay? And the thing is that cannabis was made illegal in the 40s. It wasn't because it was dangerous or it caused great harm. Nobody died from it. It was done for financial interest. The people that owned all the forests didn't want hemp to become legal because it would take over their it would take over the paper supply. They needed to sell their forests so they could make money. So they influenced the people in Washington. They lobbied in Washington to make it illegal in the 40s. It's been illegal for thousands of years. Native Americans have smoked it for thousands of years. We don't have any genetic defects. We don't have any problems that associated with what people are talking about. What's going on here is politics. People jousting for power, using fear, deception, and lies. And we don't need that. We need to be honest with our people, our constituents. And the reason it was made illegal was because somebody's personal greed did not want to compete with hemp for paper. So remember that. Just like they had fear of garlic in the Middle Ages, people were afraid of Jews because they used garlic. They were witches. They said they were evil. They said that about all our cultures. The Chinese, the Native Americans. Let's get rid of the ignorance. We don't need that ignorance, okay? It doesn't do anything good. So let's enlighten ourselves and go beyond the ignorance and the lies and educate ourselves. Thank you.
Hello, Police Commissioner. Thank you, Chief Gascon, Denise Schmidt. I'm the sponsor of this Bay Area Compassionate Health Centers. I'm also a patient. I can't do opiates. I'm an addict. I can't do them. I found medical cannabis to work on my pain. So I can be not your typical stoner. This is me. We've owned a family business in San Francisco since 1957, Crown Hardware and Lock. We're in the security business. It'd be harder to get into my dispensary to your safety deposit box. Trust me. About the kids getting in, it's not going to happen. As Ed spoke, we made it 21 and over. 18-year-olds with an adult can come in. We're not going to have children around a dispensary, period. There's 70,000 people in the Sunset. I drove for 12, 14 months up and down the Sunset, trying to find a place that I could work with a landlord for safe access. Sunset, it's about the medicine. I've met lots and lots of patients out in the Sunset that tell me they get on the L, they go downtown, they try to get this and that. People with arthritis, people with fibromyalgia, cancer, people are sick. They just can't get up and go. You burn people out. Who do you know when you're going to get the 3 words? You have cancer. You can't start your growth thinking you're going to have that. We found a place in the Sunset for safe access for medicine. And that's what it's about. Thank you.
There's been a lot of discussion about the medical marijuana and about the dispensary. We have our meetings. There's a couple of people who are still at our meeting at our location on Tarryville Street. We have open house every Wednesday to come and address the concerns, answer the questions. We have a translator there usually, if we can, if they will come. There have been precious few people, in fact people have left now after they said what they had to say. And I would like to know, let them know if there could be dispensary in the hospital. I would love that. But the laws are such that the federal law, they would never get another dime of federal funding if they allowed us into a hospital. The only way that it can be dispensed is through California law, through collectives such as ourselves, so that we can dispense it to patients who can't, who maybe don't have a green thumb, who can't grow it for themselves. Like Greg said, the three words that you never want to hear is you have cancer. If that happens to you, your doctor tells you that, you don't have 3 months to grow your own. We're happy to be here for people that need it. People with chronic pain, people with post-traumatic stress syndrome, all sorts of ailments. That's why we're here. It's for the citizens of this unserved part. The dispensaries in San Francisco are clustered downtown in neighborhoods that have more crime, much more crime. And we want to put together a place where it is safe, where I can send my sister or my aunt if she needed it, where she would feel comfortable, where she wouldn't feel threatened. It's a place, and with that I'll say thank you again.
Okay, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Shamari Clark. I'm a member of the Access 11. A few speakers ago, commissioners, there was someone who spoke of outsiders coming here to speak about the issues of this district, the Tarryville district. As a member of the Access 11, I can tell you that we have calls daily from patients who live in the Sunset and Tarryville district who are afraid to come here and speak up because they've been told, their neighbors have been told to turn them in. And we can't do any work through a mechanism of fear like that. We may not live in this district, but we are San Francisco residents, and we are residents of California. And here in the state of California, the law states that medical cannabis is a right of patient. We wouldn't, for instance, a patient is in pain. We wouldn't, and a pharmacy wants to move into the neighborhood, we wouldn't tell them that a pharmacy can't come to the neighborhood because they stock OxyContin and Vicodin and these other kind of illegal drugs that are sold on the street. Why? Because they are controlled, they have a mechanism of control, and that's the same with the medical cannabis dispensary. There's a mechanism of control. And so, and just for the last thing, it would be good for the neighborhood because let's face it, when people leave a medical dispensary, they're usually thirsty and hungry, and that will add a lot of money to local businesses who sell food and drink. Thank you.